Good evening, my friends. Let me tell you something, you've got greatness within you. I don't care where you've been, what you've been through, or how many times you've stumbled. Right now, in this moment, you have an opportunity to make a change, a decision to reset your life. This is not the end of your journey. This is just the beginning. I want you to look at yourself and say, it's time to take control. It's time to reset. You have within you the power to rewrite your story, to unlock your true potential. The question is, will you answer the call? Will you rise? Will you fight? And will you reset your life to create the future you deserve? Today is your day. Let's go. Letting go of past failures is one of the most powerful steps you can take in resetting your life. It requires more than just acknowledging your past mistakes. It demands that you release the emotional weight attached to them. Often, our failures shape our perception of who we are and what we're capable of. The truth, however, is that failures are not reflections of our worth. They are stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. Holding on to the pain, shame, or regret from past experiences only drags us down, making it harder to move forward. The first step in letting go is accepting that you cannot change the past. It's easy to get caught in the cycle of wishing things had turned out differently, replaying situations over and over in your mind and imagining alternate outcomes. But the reality is that the past is gone, and no amount of dwelling on it will bring those moments back or alter the course of events. The past is behind you, and the present is all you truly have. When you can accept this truth, you free yourself from the chains of regret and guilt. Many people find it hard to let go because they have internalized their failures as personal shortcomings. They begin to identify themselves by their mistakes, telling themselves they are a failure because of a single event or series of missteps. This kind of self-talk creates an inner narrative that becomes hard to break. The labels we place on ourselves limit our ability to see beyond our past and believe in our future potential. You are not your failures. You are not defined by a setback or a poor decision. Every successful person has faced failure at some point, and yet they didn't let it define them. Instead, they used it as a lesson and moved forward, wiser and stronger. Another key element in letting go of past failures is forgiveness. Forgiving yourself is one of the most freeing acts you can do. It's easy to be your own worst critic, constantly punishing yourself for mistakes, but this self-punishment only keeps you stuck. You must learn to show yourself compassion and understand that making mistakes is a natural part of life. When you forgive yourself, you are giving yourself permission to grow. You are acknowledging that you're human, and like everyone else, you will make mistakes. But it is not your mistakes that define you, it's how you rise from them. It's also important to forgive others who may have been involved in your past failures. Holding on to resentment or anger towards others only prolongs the pain. You may have been hurt by someone's actions or decisions, but holding on to that anger only poisons your present and future. If forgiveness doesn't mean excusing the wrongs that were done to you, it means freeing yourself from the grip of negativity and allowing yourself to heal. It's not about the other person, it's about your peace of mind and your ability to move forward. Letting go of past failures also involves changing your perspective on failure itself. Instead of viewing failure as something to avoid at all costs, see it as an opportunity for growth. Every time you fail, you learn something new. Failure teaches resilience, patience, and creativity. It forces you to reevaluate your approach and often reveals new pathways to success that you may not have considered. When you shift your mindset from seeing failure as something to fear to viewing it as a stepping stone to success, it loses its power over you. In addition, letting go of past failures requires a commitment to self-improvement. It's not enough to simply forget the past. You must actively work towards becoming better. Reflect on what went wrong and what you can learn from it. What skills do you need to develop? What patterns do you need to break? How can you prepare yourself for the future? By focusing on personal growth and development, you are empowering yourself to overcome challenges and create new, positive outcomes. Every step you take toward becoming a better version of yourself is a victory, and each victory helps you let go of the past and move forward with confidence. It's also crucial to recognize that the past does not dictate your future. Just because you've experienced failure in the past doesn't mean you are destined to fail again. You have the power to shape your future with the choices you make today. But when you let go of the past, you give yourself the space to create a new future, one that's not limited by past mistakes or fears. Your future is full of possibilities, and it's up to you to step into that future with courage and optimism. As you work to release the weight of past failures, it's important to be patient with yourself. Letting go is not something that happens overnight. It takes time and consistent effort. There will be moments when you may find yourself slipping back into old patterns of negative thinking or self-doubt. During these moments, remind yourself that this is part of the process. Growth is not linear, and setbacks don't mean failure. They simply mean you are human. Acknowledge those moments, learn from them, and keep moving forward. Part of letting go of past failures is recognizing that success is a journey, not a destination. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that there is a final, perfect moment when everything will fall into place. But the truth is that success is about the small, incremental steps you take every day. It's about learning, growing, and improving with each experience. When you let go of the need for perfection, you free yourself from the pressure to get everything right. You allow yourself to take risks, make mistakes, and try again, knowing that each failure is just a step closer to success. So when you let go of past failures, you open yourself up to new possibilities. You allow yourself to dream bigger, aim higher, and pursue goals that once seemed impossible. You stop living in the shadows of your past and begin to step into the light of your potential. Letting go is not just about releasing pain, it's about embracing freedom. Freedom to be who you truly are, freedom to make mistakes and learn from them, and freedom to create the life you've always wanted. And lastly, letting go of past failures is an act of self-respect. It's about valuing yourself enough to not let your past define your future. You deserve a life filled with opportunity, growth, and success. When you release the burden of past failures, you honor your own worth and step into your power. It's a declaration that you are ready to move forward and embrace the next chapter of your life with open arms. Taking responsibility for your future is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. It is an acknowledgement that you have the power, control, and ability to shape the direction of your life, regardless of your past, your circumstances, or what others may think. This realization marks a shift in mindset, moving from a place of helplessness and victimhood to one of agency and empowerment. When you take responsibility for your future, you stop waiting for things to happen to you. Instead, you start making things happen. The first step in taking responsibility for your future is recognizing that you are the architect of your own life. No one else can live your life for you, and no one else is going to determine your success or failure. It is easy to blame external factors such as your upbringing, your environment, or other people's actions for the current state of your life, but when you blame others or circumstances, you give away your power. You surrender the ability to make choices that can move you forward. To take responsibility is to recognize that no matter what happens outside of you, you still have the power to choose how you respond and what steps you take next. A key part of taking responsibility is being honest with yourself about where you are right now. It requires you to take an objective look at your life, without excuses, without sugarcoating the truth. And look at your current situation, your career, your relationships, your health, and your financial standing. If there are areas that are lacking, it's important to admit it. But this is not about self-criticism or blame. It's about clarity. Without clarity, it's impossible to move forward. You cannot change what you do not acknowledge. When you face the reality of where you are, you take the first step toward changing it. Once you've accepted where you are, it's time to take ownership of your choices. Understand that every decision you make, big or small, plays a role in shaping your future. Your actions, habits, and behaviors either move you closer to your goals or push you further away from them. Taking responsibility for your future means recognizing that you are responsible for the choices you make today. No one else is going to make those decisions for you, and no one else can bear the consequences. It's all on you. Taking responsibility for your future also means letting go of the idea of instant success or waiting for the perfect moment. There is no magic formula or secret shortcut to achieving your dreams. Success is built through consistent effort, learning from mistakes, and embracing the process. And many people become discouraged because they expect immediate results. But the truth is that sustainable success takes time and effort. When you accept responsibility for your future, you commit to doing the work, no matter how long it takes. You stop looking for quick fixes and start focusing on long-term growth. Another important aspect of taking responsibility for your future is setting clear, actionable goals. Without goals, you are essentially drifting through life without a clear sense of direction. Goals give you a target to aim for and a roadmap to follow. But setting goals is only part of the equation. It's not enough to just say, I want to be successful or I want to be healthy. Goals must be specific, measurable, and achievable. They must be broken down into smaller, manageable steps that you can take on a daily basis. When you take responsibility for your future, you actively design a plan that will lead you to your desired outcome. You don't wait for things to fall into place. You make them happen by taking intentional action. Taking responsibility for your future also means being willing to learn and grow. You can't move forward without acquiring new skills and knowledge. The world is constantly changing, and staying stagnant will only limit your potential. It's essential to adopt a growth mindset of belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This mindset allows you to embrace challenges, learn from failure, and keep improving. But when you take responsibility for your future, you make a commitment to lifelong learning. Whether it's reading, taking courses, or seeking mentorship, you actively invest in your personal development. In addition to learning, you must be willing to take risks. No significant achievement comes without some degree of risk. The fear of failure often holds people back from taking action, but it's important to understand that failure is not the end. In fact, it's often the necessary stepping stone to success. Every successful person has faced failure at some point, but they didn't let it define them. Instead, they took responsibility for their future by learning from their failures and using them as fuel for improvement. Taking risks, stepping outside of your comfort zone, and embracing failure as a learning experience are all essential components of taking responsibility for your future. Another key element of taking responsibility for your future is managing your time wisely. Time is one of the most precious resources you have, and how you use it determines the course of your life. Are you spending your time on things that align with your goals? Or are you wasting it on distractions and activities that don't move you forward? Taking responsibility for your future means being intentional with how you use your time. It means saying no to things that don't serve your purpose and prioritizing the actions that will bring you closer to your goals. Time management is not just about efficiency, it's about making the most of the time you have and using it to create the future you want. It's also important to take responsibility for your mindset. Your thoughts and beliefs have a direct impact on your actions and outcomes. If you believe that success is unattainable or that you are not worthy of achieving your goals, you will self-sabotage your efforts before you even begin. To take responsibility for your future, you must cultivate a positive, empowering mindset. This means challenging negative thoughts, replacing self-doubt with self-belief, and practicing gratitude for the progress you make, no matter how small. But when you take responsibility for your mindset, you take control of your internal environment, and this internal shift will influence the external results in your life. Taking responsibility for your future also means being accountable to yourself. While it's helpful to have mentors, coaches, or accountability partners, ultimately it's your responsibility to hold yourself accountable. No one else can push you to take action or keep you on track. It's up to you to maintain discipline, stay motivated, and keep moving forward, even when it gets tough. This level of personal accountability is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who remain stuck. When you take responsibility for your future, you don't wait for external validation or permission. You take ownership of your progress and hold yourself to the highest standards. Taking responsibility for your future isn't always easy. It requires courage, self-discipline, and resilience. But the rewards are immeasurable. When you take control of your life, you open up a world of possibilities. You stop being a passive observer of your own story and become the author. You stop waiting for opportunities to come to you and start creating them for yourself. By taking responsibility for your future, you embrace the power within you to shape your destiny and live a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. ChatGPT can make Mr. Breaking free from limiting beliefs is one of the most powerful and transformative steps you can take toward unlocking your true potential. Our beliefs shape the way we view the world and ourselves, and the beliefs we hold about our capabilities often determine the level of success and happiness we achieve in life. Limiting beliefs, by their nature, hold us back, confining us to a reality where our potential is constrained by what we believe is possible. These beliefs often operate at a subconscious level, subtly influencing our decisions, actions, and reactions. They may come from past experiences, cultural conditioning, or the opinions of others, but they are not the truth of who we are or what we can achieve. The process of breaking free from these limiting beliefs requires self-awareness, courage, and the willingness to challenge deeply ingrained thought patterns that no longer serve us. The first step in breaking free from limiting beliefs is recognizing them. Often we don't even realize the beliefs we hold because they've become so deeply embedded in our thinking. These beliefs are often phrased in absolutes like "I'm not good enough," "I'll never succeed," or "I'm not worthy of love or success." These thoughts may appear as self-doubt, fear of failure, or feelings of inadequacy, and they can have a paralyzing effect on our behavior. We may avoid pursuing our dreams or hesitate to take bold action because we are held back by the thought that we are not capable or deserving. To break free, it's crucial to first acknowledge and identify these limiting beliefs. You have to bring them into your conscious awareness to examine whether they are truly valid or simply false narratives you've adopted over time. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, the next step is to examine their origins. Many of these beliefs were formed early in life, shaped by childhood experiences, societal expectations, or the influence of family and peers. For example, a child who grows up in an environment where success is valued above all else may develop the belief that they are only worthy if they achieve external recognition. Similarly, someone who faces repeated failure or criticism may internalize the belief that they are not capable of succeeding, even though failure is often a part of the learning process. It's important to ask yourself where these beliefs come from and whether they were based on objective truths or simply the influence of others' opinions or experiences. By understanding the roots of your limiting beliefs, you can start to separate them from your true identity and challenge their validity. A powerful exercise in breaking free from limiting beliefs is to ask yourself, what would I do if I didn't have this belief? Often, the answer to this question reveals a completely different possibility, one in which you are not restricted by fear, doubt, or perceived limitations. For example, if you believe that you are not capable of starting your own business because you don't have enough experience, ask yourself, if I didn't have this belief, what would I do? The answer might be that you would take steps to learn more about the business world, reach out to mentors, or start taking small actions toward your goal. In this way, the limiting belief is exposed for what it is, a barrier that only exists in your mind. When you realize that these beliefs are not grounded in fact, you open the door to new opportunities and choices that were previously closed off. Another powerful tool for breaking free from limiting beliefs is to replace them with empowering beliefs. It's not enough to simply identify and challenge a limiting belief. You need to replace it with a belief that serves your highest potential. This requires intentionally reframing your thinking and adopting a new perspective. For instance, if you believe that you are not good enough to succeed, you might replace that belief with the thought, I am capable of learning and growing, and I have the ability to achieve my goals. This new belief empowers you to take action and move forward with confidence, rather than staying stuck in fear or doubt. It's important to be consistent in reinforcing these empowering beliefs, as your mind is naturally inclined to revert to old patterns. Through repetition and practice, new empowering beliefs can take root and replace the limiting ones. Visualization is another powerful technique to help break free from limiting beliefs. When you visualize yourself succeeding in a situation where you previously felt limited or constrained, you begin to rewire your subconscious mind. Visualization works by engaging your imagination and creating a mental picture of success. For example, if you have a limiting belief around public speaking, thinking you are too shy or not articulate enough, you can visualize yourself confidently speaking in front of an audience, delivering your message with clarity and poise. This mental rehearsal not only helps to reprogram your mind, but also boosts your self-confidence and reduces anxiety around the situation. When you can see yourself succeeding in your mind, you are more likely to take the actions necessary to bring that success into reality. In addition to visualization, affirmations are another powerful tool in breaking free from limiting beliefs. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to reinforce empowering beliefs and shift your mindset. And for example, if you have a belief that you are not deserving of success, you might affirm, I am worthy of success and happiness. I attract opportunities that align with my goals. By consistently repeating affirmations, you can reprogram your subconscious mind to align with your new beliefs. Affirmations work best when you say them with conviction, truly believing in the words you are speaking. Over time, these positive statements become ingrained in your thinking, replacing the limiting beliefs that once held you back. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is also essential in breaking free from limiting beliefs. The people you associate with can either reinforce or challenge your beliefs. If you spend time with individuals who encourage you, believe in your potential, and challenge your limitations, you are more likely to adopt an empowering mindset. On the other hand, if you are surrounded by people who perpetuate negativity, doubt, and fear, it becomes much harder to break free from limiting beliefs. Seek out individuals who inspire you, whether they are mentors, friends, or colleagues who share similar aspirations. Their encouragement and support can help shift your perspective and motivate you to take the steps necessary to break through your own limitations. One of the most powerful ways to break free from limiting beliefs is through action. It's easy to become stuck in a cycle of overthinking, analyzing, and doubting yourself. However, the antidote to these limiting beliefs is action. Taking small, consistent steps toward your goals can prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving what you once thought was impossible. Each action you take builds your confidence, reinforces your empowering beliefs, and weakens the hold that limiting beliefs have over you. Even if the actions you take are imperfect or lead to failure, they are valuable learning experiences that help you grow and move closer to your desired outcome. The more you take action, the more you prove to yourself that your beliefs are not barriers, they are simply thoughts that you have the power to change. Lastly, breaking free from limiting beliefs requires patience and self-compassion. This process is not about overnight transformation, it's about gradually shifting your mindset and embracing a new way of thinking. Be kind to yourself as you navigate this journey and understand that setbacks and challenges are a natural part of growth. Progress may be slow at times, but every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. With persistence, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace new beliefs, you can break free from the limitations that once held you back and unlock your true potential. Building a plan and taking consistent action is the foundation of success. Without a plan, you're navigating life without a map, hoping to stumble upon your destination. Without consistent action, even the best plans are nothing more than wishful thinking. A success is not just about setting goals or having a dream, it's about crafting a strategic plan and relentlessly executing it day after day. When you build a plan and commit to consistent action, you put yourself in control of your future, taking deliberate steps toward the life you envision. The first step in building a plan is gaining clarity on what you want. Many people fail to take meaningful action because they haven't defined their goals clearly. Vague goals like "I want to be successful" or "I want to be happy" are not enough to propel you forward. Success begins with a clear vision of what you want to achieve. The more specific and detailed your goal is, the easier it is to create a plan of action. Take some time to think deeply about what success looks like for you. Is it starting a business, losing weight and getting healthier, writing a book? Whatever your goal may be, ensure it is specific, measurable, and time-bound. A goal like "I want to lose 20 pounds in 3 months," or "I want to launch my business within 6 months," is much clearer and provides a concrete target. Once you have clarity on your goal, the next step is to break it down into manageable steps. Large goals can often feel overwhelming, and it's easy to become paralyzed by their magnitude. However, when you break your goal down into smaller, actionable tasks, it becomes much more manageable. For example, if your goal is to launch a business in 6 months, break that down into smaller tasks such as conducting market research, building a website, creating a business plan, or securing funding. Each of these tasks is a step you can take toward your larger goal. By breaking your goal down into smaller pieces, you give yourself a clear roadmap that outlines the actions you need to take to get from where you are now to where you want to be. Once you have a plan with actionable steps, it's time to commit to taking consistent action. Consistency is key to turning your plan into a reality. It's easy to become excited about a new goal at the beginning and put in a burst of effort, but the real challenge comes in maintaining that momentum over time. Success is built through daily habits and sustained effort. It's the small, consistent actions that compound over time and lead to extraordinary results. This is why consistency is often more important than intensity. It's not about doing everything perfectly or all at once. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and staying committed to the process, even when things get tough. Taking consistent action doesn't mean you have to work at full capacity every single day. In fact, that would be unsustainable. Instead, it's about creating habits and routines that align with your goals and make consistent progress. If your goal is to write a book, for example, you don't need to write the entire book in one day. What's more important is showing up regularly and writing a set number of words or pages each day. Over time, these small daily actions add up to something much greater than the sum of their parts. The key is to make consistent progress, no matter how small the steps may seem. Accountability plays a major role in ensuring you stay consistent. Without someone to hold you accountable, it's easy to procrastinate or get off track. Find someone, a mentor, coach, or even a friend or colleague who can help you stay on track and check in with your progress. Being accountable to someone else can provide a sense of responsibility and motivation, as you don't want to let them or yourself down. In addition to external accountability, develop internal accountability by setting clear deadlines for yourself and adhering to them. Setting realistic, achievable deadlines for your tasks helps you stay focused and organized, ensuring that you are making steady progress toward your goal. In addition to accountability, it's crucial to track your progress. Regularly assessing your progress helps you stay motivated and adjust your plan as needed. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, things don't go according to plan, or we encounter unexpected obstacles. But when this happens, it's important to reflect on your progress and determine what's working and what's not. Tracking progress gives you the opportunity to celebrate small wins, which can provide a boost in motivation. It also gives you the chance to make adjustments to your plan if you're not moving in the right direction. Tracking ensures that you are not only staying on course, but also learning from your experiences along the way. And one of the biggest challenges to consistent action is overcoming procrastination. It's easy to put things off, especially when the task feels daunting or when the outcome is uncertain. However, procrastination often stems from a fear of failure or a lack of confidence in your abilities. One way to combat procrastination is by breaking tasks down into even smaller, more manageable pieces. If you feel overwhelmed by the idea of writing a business plan, for example, focus on writing just one section at a time. The act of getting started is often the hardest part, and once you begin, momentum will carry you forward. It's important to remember that action, no matter how small, is always better than no action at all. There will be times when the road to achieving your goals is difficult, and you may encounter setbacks, failures, or obstacles. During these times, it's important to stay committed to your plan and maintain your consistency. Challenges are inevitable, but how you respond to them will determine your success. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Analyze what went wrong, make adjustments, and keep moving forward. Taking consistent action means persevering through the tough times and trusting that your efforts will eventually pay off. It's about having the resilience to keep going, even when progress feels slow. Another important aspect of building a plan and taking consistent action is maintaining flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes unexpected events or changes in circumstances will require you to adjust your plan. But while it's important to stay focused on your end goal, it's also essential to be open to new opportunities and to pivot when necessary. Flexibility allows you to adapt to changing conditions without losing sight of your ultimate vision. If one approach isn't working, try a different one. The key is to keep moving forward, even if the path you originally planned for yourself isn't the one you end up taking. Building a plan and taking consistent action also requires a mindset of patience. It's easy to get frustrated when results don't come quickly, but success takes time. No meaningful goal is achieved overnight. Instead of focusing on the end result, focus on the daily actions you are taking and the progress you are making. Be patient with the process and trust that your efforts will pay off in time. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. And when you combine a well-thought-out plan with consistent action, you set yourself up for success. A plan gives you clarity and direction, while consistent action builds momentum and brings your vision to life. It's the daily habits, routines, and decisions that ultimately determine your success. By committing to a plan and taking action every day, no matter how challenging, you create the foundation for a future you can be proud of. It's not about waiting for the right moment or hoping for things to change. It's about taking control and making things happen. Celebrating small wins along the way is one of the most powerful tools for maintaining motivation, building momentum, and reinforcing positive behavior as you work toward your larger goals. It is easy to get caught up in the pursuit of a big goal and overlook the small steps that lead to it. People often place so much focus on the end result that they forget to acknowledge the progress made along the journey. However, celebrating these small wins can have a profound impact on your ability to stay focused, build confidence, and make continuous progress toward your dreams. The small wins are the milestones that indicate you are on the right path, and they deserve to be recognized and celebrated. And one of the main reasons celebrating small wins is so important is because it helps maintain motivation over the long term. Achieving a big goal, like starting a business or running a marathon, can often feel like a distant dream. It can take months or even years to accomplish something significant, and this long timeline can sometimes lead to discouragement or burnout. However, when you break down your goal into smaller, more manageable tasks, you create opportunities for success at every step. Each time you check off one of these smaller tasks, you experience a sense of accomplishment, which helps keep you motivated and energized. This sense of achievement can be the fuel that drives you to continue moving forward, even when the bigger goal seems out of reach. Celebrating small wins also provides a boost in confidence as you progress toward your goal. It's easy to focus on the obstacles, setbacks, or mistakes you encounter along the way. These challenges can lead to self-doubt, making you question whether you are capable of achieving your larger vision. However, when you take the time to celebrate the small victories, you remind yourself that you are making progress. Each small win is evidence that you are capable of overcoming challenges, learning new skills, and steadily working toward your goals. This positive reinforcement builds self-belief and helps you stay focused on the steps you are taking, rather than the distance between where you are and where you want to be. In addition to boosting motivation and confidence, celebrating small wins helps you stay focused on the process rather than just the outcome. The pursuit of a big goal can sometimes lead to tunnel vision, where the end result is the only thing that matters. This focus on the outcome can cause you to overlook the importance of the journey itself. By celebrating small wins along the way, you shift your attention to the process. You begin to appreciate the growth, learning, and progress that occur with each step, rather than seeing the journey as a means to an end. This mindset shift helps you develop a deeper connection to your goal, making the process more fulfilling and rewarding in itself. Small wins also provide an opportunity for reflection. Every time you celebrate a victory, no matter how small, you create a moment to pause and reflect on what you've achieved. This reflection allows you to assess how far you've come, what strategies are working, and where you may need to adjust. It gives you a chance to evaluate your progress and make any necessary course corrections. Reflection is a key component of growth, as it helps you understand what is contributing to your success and where you may need to put more effort. Celebrating small wins offers a valuable opportunity to recalibrate, ensuring that you are on track and moving in the right direction. Another reason to celebrate small wins is that it creates a positive feedback loop. When you acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical associated with reward and pleasure. This release of dopamine reinforces the behavior that led to the win, making it more likely that you will continue taking positive actions. Essentially, the act of celebrating small wins creates a cycle of motivation and success. Each time you celebrate, you create a sense of accomplishment that encourages you to continue taking action, which leads to even more small wins and further motivation. Celebrating small wins is also essential for maintaining resilience in the face of challenges. The road to achieving any goal is rarely a straight path. Along the way, you will encounter setbacks, failures, and obstacles that may make you question whether your goal is worth pursuing. However, by celebrating the small victories, you create a mental toolkit that helps you build resilience. These celebrations serve as reminders of the progress you've made and the obstacles you've already overcome. They provide the emotional strength needed to keep going when things get tough. The more you celebrate your progress, the more you reinforce the belief that you are capable of overcoming whatever challenges come your way. In the process of celebrating small wins, you also develop a sense of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that helps shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. Often people become so focused on their goals that they forget to appreciate the present moment. Celebrating small wins encourages you to reflect on what you've already accomplished and express gratitude for the progress you've made. This practice of gratitude helps you maintain a positive mindset, which in turn increases your chances of continued success. When you are grateful for the small wins, you begin to attract more of them, creating a cycle of positivity that fuels your forward momentum. Celebrating small wins also encourages you to maintain balance in your life. Often when people pursue big goals, they become so absorbed in their work that they neglect other areas of their life, such as relationships, health, or personal well-being. However, when you celebrate small wins, you create opportunities to pause, reflect, and reconnect with other aspects of your life. You may decide to take a break, spend time with loved ones, or focus on self-care, all of which contribute to your overall well-being and success. By celebrating small wins, you remind yourself that your goal is just one part of your life, and that balance is essential for long-term success and happiness. One of the most effective ways to celebrate small wins is by acknowledging them in a way that feels meaningful to you. For some, this may mean taking a moment to appreciate the achievement, mentally acknowledging how far they've come. For others, it may mean treating themselves to something special, like a favorite meal, a day off, or a small gift. The key is to make the celebration feel authentic and fulfilling. It's about honoring the effort you've put in and reinforcing the positive behavior that led to the achievement. Celebrations don't have to be elaborate or expensive. They just need to be meaningful to you and aligned with your values. You can also share your small wins with others. Sharing your achievements with a supportive friend, mentor, or family member can amplify the celebration. Others can help reinforce your sense of accomplishment and offer additional encouragement as you continue toward your larger goals. The support and positive feedback from others can provide an extra boost of motivation, especially when you are feeling discouraged or overwhelmed. Celebrating small wins fosters a sense of joy in the process of achieving your goals. It's not just about reaching the finish line, but about enjoying the journey. Every small victory is a reason to celebrate, and by doing so, you create a sense of fulfillment that propels you forward. This sense of joy is what makes the pursuit of goals not just a task to complete, but a journey to embrace. When you celebrate the small wins along the way, you enrich your experience, deepen your connection to your goal, and build the resilience necessary to keep moving forward. In conclusion, resetting your life is not an overnight transformation, but a journey that requires conscious effort, perseverance, and the right mindset. It begins with letting go of past failures, taking responsibility for your future, and breaking free from the limiting beliefs that have kept you stuck. You build momentum through creating a plan and taking consistent action, while celebrating small wins along the way keeps you motivated, confident, and focused. Every small victory serves as proof that you are capable of achieving your dreams, no matter how big they may seem. And remember, the power to reset your life lies within you. You have the ability to redefine your story, rewire your mindset, and create a future filled with the success and happiness you deserve. The path may not always be easy, but it is always worth it. By acknowledging your progress, embracing your growth, and staying committed to your vision, you will continue to move closer to the life you've always dreamed of. The time to reset your life is now, and with every step you take, you are building the future that reflects the best version of who you are. Keep going, keep growing, and never forget that your potential is limitless.